tired of running, of holding on so tight, your knuckles are white, your soul is screaming. In this relentless race of life, we're all carrying invisible burdens, work, pressure, tangled relationships, the crushing weight of our own expectations. We clutch, we chase, we try to hug the whole world. But what if I told you the tighter you grip, the more exhausted you become? What if the key to true strength, to unbreakable peace, to genuine abundance isn't in holding on, but in daring to let go? Stay with me on BrightSide Tales, because today we're not just talking. We're embarking on a journey to rediscover an ancient art, the art of letting go. This isn't about surrender, it's about reclaiming your power. And by the end of this, you might just find the version of yourself you've been searching for. Welcome, beautiful souls, to BrightSide Tales, your companion on the path to a more enlightened and fulfilling life. In the chaotic dance of modern existence, each of us carries unseen weights. The relentless demands of a career, the intricate web of relationships, and often the sky-high expectations we chain ourselves with. We sprint, we grasp, we desperately try to cradle the entire world in our arms. But here's a truth many of us learn the hard way. The tighter our grip, the more energy drains from us. The more desperately we cling, the deeper the unease in our spirit. Letting go isn't about abandoning life or surrendering to fate. It's choosing to set down what no longer fits, what no longer serves your highest good. It's the ultimate act of self-love, refusing to force yourself to bear crippling loads. Only when our hands are open can the universe place new, beautiful things into them. Only when our hearts release their tight grasp can true blessings flow in. Today, I invite you to listen, to understand, and to experience with me the profound art of letting go, a journey to inner peace and the gateway to authentic prosperity. Breathe with me. Feel the gentle rhythm of your own heart. Before we dive deeper, I'd love to know, what's one small thing you feel ready to release today? Share it in the comments below. It's a small step, but a powerful declaration. And if you're ready for this journey of wisdom, hit that subscribe button for BrightSide Tales. Let's walk this path together. Thank you. Why is letting go the master key to tranquility? Consider the price of holding on too tight. Have you ever clutched a rope so fiercely you drew blood, oblivious to the pain? We often do this in life. We cling to outdated relics, to people long gone, to dreams that have withered, all because we fear loss. We anchor ourselves to the past like a drowning man to a rotten branch, hoping for salvation. But the more we cling, the more we exhaust ourselves, the deeper the wounds. Imagine a child gripping a balloon, terrified that releasing it means losing it forever. So they squeeze the string until their tiny hand aches. Yet no matter how tight their grip, the string eventually snaps, or the balloon simply vanishes into the vast sky. We adults, we're often no different. The fear of loss constricts our very soul. We strain to salvage faded relationships, missed opportunities, ghostly images of what was. But in this life, when something's time to depart has come, no amount of clinging will keep it, like water in your palm. The tighter you squeeze, the faster it escapes. The true cost of holding on too tight is the erosion of your inner peace. We believe we're protecting ourselves, but in reality, we're self-inflicting wounds. Those invisible scars, that persistent, nameless sadness, those restless nights, they are all part of the toll. If you find yourself so weary you can barely take another step, ask yourself, what am I clinging to that no longer belongs to me? And is it time to finally unclench your fist and let your wings catch the wind? We often believe our pain is inflicted by life, our burdens heaped upon us by others. But pause, reflect. You'll discover that most pain stems from our refusal to let go, and most burdens are heavy, simply because we refuse to set them down. Pain isn't born from events themselves, but from how we cradle them in our hearts. Like a child whose candy is accidentally dropped. They wail not just for the lost candy, but because they refuse to accept it's gone. The pain lies not only in the loss, but in the resistance, the denial of reality. And our burdens picture someone wading through a stream, arms laden with heavy stones. No one forced them to carry those stones. They simply believe that releasing them means losing something precious. Yet the more they carry, the more exhausted they become, and it's the stones, not the stream, that threaten to pull them under. When you truly understand that suffering is the child of clinging and lightness is the gift of letting go, you hold the key to unlocking the gates of peace. Letting go isn't about escaping to some distant land. It's the journey back home to the purest, lightest version of yourself. We are born whole. A newborn has no worries, no fear of loss, no stubborn attachments. They simply laugh when happy, cry when sad, and release with every breath. It's only as we grow that we learn to brace, to accumulate, to hoard. Letting go is like dusting off the layers of worldly grime that obscure our soul. Imagine a dust-covered mirror. A gentle wipe and light naturally reflects. We don't need to seek light externally. We merely need to clear the haze within. Every expectation you release, every resentment you dissolve, every fear you set down is a step closer to your authentic self. Therefore, letting go isn't loss. It's rebirth. It's resurrection. Have you ever tried to light a lamp while your hands were full of stones? Your hands would be clumsy, trembling. You might even drop the lamp, shattering the very light you crave. Our lives are much the same. When our hearts are heavy with worry, responsibility, expectations, and past hurts, we cannot illuminate our own existence. Light needs space to radiate. Joy and peace need room to reside in our souls. If your heart is filled with blame, regret, and dissatisfaction, then no amount of good fortune will ever feel like enough. No one can dance in a swamp, nor can anyone soar with dozens of stones strapped to their wings. If you want your life to shine brightly, the first step isn't to seek more light, but to set down the stones that have become too heavy. Only then will your hands be free enough to raise your own lamp. These are profound truths, aren't they? If this is resonating with you, if you're feeling a shift, however small, let me know by gently tapping that like button. And consider this an invitation to join the BrightSide Tales family. By subscribing, we're building a community of wisdom seekers here. Walk through a forest one day and observe in silence. You'll see golden leaves fall, branches shed their old layers without a sigh. You'll see the river flow past every stone, no resistance, no complaint. Nature never clings. Nature only knows how to release, to change, to regenerate. A bird doesn't fear the approaching night, for it doesn't try to hold the sunlight in its wings. Trees don't mourn when winter arrives, for they trust spring will return. Everything in nature understands that to continue living, one must know how to let go. Yet we humans who claim to be the most intelligent often forget this simple lesson. We cling to summer's past, weep for withered flowers, and then wound ourselves by resisting what already belongs to yesterday. Perhaps we need to relearn how to live from the gentle breeze that brushes past our shoulders. Many believe love means holding on tight, never letting go, never being apart. But true love never binds. It's like gently holding a small bird. You open your hand, allowing it the freedom to choose to stay. When we genuinely love someone, we don't force them to always be by our side. We don't coerce them into meeting our expectations. We love by granting them freedom, and in doing so, we free ourselves. True love begins when we learn to set down possessiveness, release the fear of loss, and accept others as they are, without constraints, without conditions. Like a beautiful garden, the gardener doesn't clutch each flower. They nurture the soil, provide sunlight and water, and then the flowers bloom naturally, sharing their fragrance, being authentically themselves. That is true love, not possession, but pure nourishment. Some old stories, we replay them like a wound that refuses to heal. Painful memories, we tuck them away deep inside, thinking that hiding them means forgetting. But the more we bury them, the deeper they etch themselves. The past, whether beautiful or painful, is over. It's like water that has flowed under the bridge. Try to scoop it up again. It will never be as clear as before. Letting go of the past doesn't mean denying it. It means allowing it to rest peacefully in the realm of memory. Like an old letter, fold it gently and place it in the drawer of time. Don't let your past become a burden. Let it be a painting on your wall, something you glance at occasionally, perhaps smile, and then continue walking forward. Because you have a long road ahead, and you deserve a light heart. Many spend their lives searching for peace. They travel to distant lands, seek it in retreats, books, and lectures. But peace isn't an external commodity. It can't be bought with money or effort. Peace only appears when we let go enough. Let go of desires, anxieties, expectations, even the need to have peace. Like that serene lake, it's only clear when the wind stops blowing and our hand stops stirring the water. Peace arrives not when we grasp for it, but when we pause, breathe, and allow everything to naturally settle. Have you ever watched birds soar across the sky? They don't fly in a straight line. They don't fight the wind. They yield to the currents, tilt their wings, loop, and allow themselves to be lifted. The bird doesn't battle the wind. It soars by yielding to its natural lift. And this very surrender carries it further than any struggle ever could. We are the same. If we stop wrestling with life, stop forcing everything to our will, we'll discover a natural current always supporting us. Letting go is how life carries us to where we need to be. Like that bird, light, expansive, and free in the vast expanse. Before we continue to the next vital chapter, if what I've shared has sparked a thought, a feeling, an aha moment, I'd be so grateful if you'd take a moment to share your reflection in the comments below. What resonates with you the most so far? And if you find this content helpful, do subscribe to BrightSide Tales. Think of us as your trusted companion walking beside you, exploring these timeless values together. Let's continue to unlock ancient wisdom for modern lives. Let's clarify a common misconception. Letting go is not surrendering to fate. Many mistake it for giving up, for admitting defeat. But true letting go isn't passive resignation. It's an active, conscious, and incredibly powerful act. When a farmer sows seeds, he doesn't strain to force the earth to bloom overnight. He sows, he nurtures, and then he releases control, trusting the natural rhythm of the earth and sky. That's not surrender, it's profound understanding. Letting go is accepting that some things are beyond our control. It's reserving precious energy for what we can change and finding peace with what we cannot. A person who knows how to let go is not weak. On the contrary, they are far stronger than those who spend their lives fighting unnecessary battles. And no, letting go doesn't mean becoming apathetic or indifferent. Some fear that if they let go, they'll become numb. But letting go is an act of a heart that knows how to love correctly. Like tending a garden. You weed, water, fertilize, but you don't sit there berating the plants for growing too slowly. You don't rush each flower to bloom on your schedule. You do your part wholeheartedly, then you release. Letting go is keeping your heart soft, but not allowing it to be scarred by uncontrollable things. It's living fully in each moment, but not clinging with regret. when the moment passes. Those who know how to let go still love, still dedicate themselves, but they don't drown in things beyond their reach. They let life flow through them like a stream over stones, gentle yet not cold. Not everything needs to be released. There are values, dreams, people worth holding on to with your entire heart. Wise letting go involves discerning what to keep and what to release. Imagine a mountaineer. They can't carry everything. They bring only what's essential for the long journey. If we hoard all memories, hurts, resentments, and expectations, we'll be exhausted before we even glimpse the summit of our lives. Take a moment, look at your own soul baggage. You might be surprised to find burdens you've carried for so long out of habit, not necessity. And when you gently set them down, you'll feel your steps become inexplicably lighter. Selection is an act of wisdom, and letting go at the right time is the greatest gift you can give yourself. We know letting go is good for us. We understand lightness is happiness. So why do we still fear it? Because letting go means stepping into the unknown. We've grown accustomed to our old burdens, our familiar sorrows. Even the pain we don't realize has become a ragged cloak we wear daily simply because we fear the chill of change. The old, however painful, feels safe. The new, however promising, makes us hesitant. But like a caterpillar must shed its constricting chrysalis to become a butterfly, we too need the courage to shed what no longer fits. Fear is natural, but overcoming that fear, that is growth. Letting go isn't just a physical act of unclenching. It's the heart's journey of learning to trust life once more. And that journey begins with acceptance. No fighting, no judging, no struggling. Accept that some things won't go as planned. Accept that some people won't stay no matter how hard you try. Accept that loss is a natural part of the human experience. Like standing in the rain, you can be furious it's raining, or you can open an umbrella and keep walking. The rain will fall regardless of your mood. Acceptance isn't surrender. It's looking reality straight in the eye and choosing to move forward with all the softness in your heart. Only when we accept can we truly let go. And only when we let go does our heart have enough space for other good things to visit. Letting go requires not just courage, but immense faith. Faith that when you release life will support you in a new way. Imagine standing before a fragile bridge over a stream. You might hesitate fear, but only when you trust the bridge is strong enough will you dare to cross. In the journey of letting go, that bridge is faith. Faith in the natural flow of life. Faith that despite loss, you will remain whole. Faith that good things will come when your hands are light. Without faith, every act of letting go becomes an act of panic. With faith, it's like surrendering to a cool, peaceful current. There's a different kind of courage needed here. Not the courage to charge forward, but the courage to step back, to quietly set down what no longer serves. Many think strength is fighting to the end, but the strongest are those who know when to stop, when to open their hands for a new breeze. If we cling to the old, how can our hands be free to receive? If our minds are full of worry, how can there be space for peace to knock? Be brave enough to let go, that's the first step. Be steadfast enough to open your heart to receive, that's your reward. Like a field after harvest, empty yet ready to sprout anew. Only when the soil is cleared can new seeds find space to grow. Many equate prosperity with overflowing bank accounts, grand houses, lofty status. But if the heart is empty, these things are like bottomless pits. No matter how much you pour in, they're never full. True prosperity doesn't start externally. It originates from within, from a heart that is full, grateful, and cherishes every moment of life. Like a garden, if the soil is fertile, whatever seed you sow will flourish. If your heart is full, whatever you touch can become vibrant, fortunate. To be truly wealthy, first cultivate wealth within your soul. Let your heart become fertile ground, nurturing peace, patience, and simple daily joys. Money is often a consequence, not the ultimate goal. Many chase it relentlessly as if it's the final destination. But imagine a river fixated only on reaching the sea. Would it enjoy the journey, the landscapes it passes, money and fame? If seen only as goals, become burdens. But if viewed as natural outcomes of living and doing right, they arrive gently. Work with passion, with integrity. Live kindly, generously share. Wealth will find you as a natural reward, not as a binding chain. When your mind is light, your actions are graceful. And then prosperity comes not just from material things, but from the fulfillment in every breath. Let go of the get-rich-quick frenzy. In a forest, trees don't mature overnight. They need time, gentle rains, warm sun, even stormy days. True wealth cannot come from shortcuts. The craving for instant riches often leads to hasty, risky choices. Release that impatience. Choose a solid foundation like a builder, patiently laying each brick, ensuring the house will stand firm against any storm. Prosperity isn't a flash fire that quickly dies. It's a steady, enduring flame warming a lifetime. Slow down a bit, be patient. You'll find you travel much further. So how do we actually do this? It starts with self-observation. Sit quietly, listen. What are you holding on to? No judgment, just awareness. Then acknowledge without judgment. Feelings will arise. Anger, sadness, longing. They are clouds passing. You don't need to grasp or push them away. Simply note, there is sadness in me. This acceptance is key. Practice letting go meditation. With each exhale, imagine releasing a worry, a burden. Your breath is your anchor. Inhale peace, exhale release. Keep a letting go journal. Each day write down one small thing you manage to release. It's about progress, not perfection. Try a 3-minute letting go exercise daily. Minute 1, identify the feeling. Minute 2, visualize it as a leaf floating away. Minute 3, affirm, I allow this to go, and exhale deeply. Consider a 30-day gentle challenge. Each day, choose one tiny thing to release. A complaint, an unrealistic expectation, a bit of comparison. Learn to say no lovingly. This isn't selfish, it's healthy self-care, setting gentle boundaries. Declutter your physical space. As you clear out old items, you're practicing the art of release. A tidy room often leads to a clearer mind. And remember to let each day flow like a cloud. Embrace change. Live lightly. Think of the executive who traded a high-stress career for a simple life, finding joy in a small countryside cottage. Or the artist who let go of the need for approval and created their most authentic work. The mother who released her rigid expectations for her children, only to see them blossom in their own unique ways. The young graduate who chose passion over a safe career path and found fulfillment. The person who, after a painful breakup, let go of bitterness and rediscovered their own strength and radiance. These aren't stories of loss. They are stories of rebirth, of individuals who became light enough to soar. Each time you let go, you move closer to your own true freedom. The journey of letting go is not a race to be won overnight. It's a gradual process, like an autumn leaf gently falling. Each worry released, each fear faced, each old expectation shed lightens your soul. Don't rush. Be patient with yourself. Sometimes the most wonderful state is to hold on to nothing at all. To stand in an open field, hands empty, heart light, feeling the wind. When you stop clinging, the world expands. Opportunities love life itself. They flow in from every direction. Every small step you take, every time you dare to set down a burden, you are building the foundation for a life of freedom. Trust that what needs to come will come. Trust that what needs to go, let it go. Your heart, when unburdened and serene, becomes a beacon for true prosperity and profound happiness. Happiness isn't a destination, it's being fully present in the journey. Thank you for walking this path with me today on BrightSide Tales. If you're still listening, I know you are brave. Brave enough to listen to your soul, to confront your burdens, and to learn to set them down. From this moment, continue to walk slowly, peacefully, freely. Loosen your grip, open your heart. Live like a sail catching the wind. Gentle yet firm, simple yet profound. You deserve such a life, and I believe with all my heart you can achieve it. This journey we've shared isn't just words. It's been about creating pauses, opening spaces within. We've explored the art of letting go, not to lose, but to rediscover the wholeness within. Not to reject life, but to love it more completely. Letting go so your hands stop clenching. Inner peace so your heart stops racing. True prosperity so your life blossoms naturally deeply. If these insights have touched you even a little, please send a small signal. Click that like button to spread this piece further. Subscribe to BrightSide Tales so you don't miss our next deep dive. And ring that notification bell to be the first to join us. And most importantly, please share in the comments below. What is one insight from today's journey that you will carry with you? Your reflections are incredibly valuable to this community. Thank you for being here. Until next time, live lightly, live brightly.